Hi guys, so part 2 of applying rugs. So we're going to look at a stable rug, and it's going to look at a bit more kit on than we did when we looked at applying a light sheet. Differences with this rug, and again we'd use this rugs usually in the winter. It's a little bit more thicker. You get different types of weight of stable rugs. Some come in 0 gram, 50 gram, 100 gram, all the way up to a 300 gram rug. And the weight basically just creates the warmth of the rug, depending on the season. As you can see, this rug has a neck part to it. So that again, we'll show you how to apply that. It also has some leg straps, which I'll show you at the back. So you can see here, it has some leg straps that we have to attach onto the horse's legs. And again, how do we fit that? So with a rug at this size, I showed you the technique on how to use just your hands. You can do that with this, but I'm going to show you another technique where we can use the door to our advantage to help us if you haven't got arms like me, and it just helps you to get things prepared before applying the rug onto the horse. Okay, so what I can do is I'm going to fold the neck back of the rug, like so I can meet the hem or the stitching line. I'm going to use the door and I'll basically apply it onto the door, again making sure that the hem, the stitching runs parallel and level with the door, so I know that it's even across the top. So again, I want to make sure my belly straps are folded over, like so. I want to make sure that my leg straps here are already clipped up. So again, when I'm applying it, they're not loose and flanging around that could hurt the horse at the same time. Again, this is the important part, is which way do I fold the rug? And people get confused. When you're applying rugs, you should always fold the back to the front, and when you're taking rugs off, you should fold from front to the back. Again, bringing it to the front. So I'm then going to grab the front of the rugs together, so the back meets the front, and my other hand goes across, so I've got it, like so, and then I'm going to apply it onto the horse's withers and shoulders. So again, I'll show you how to do this. So again, I'm applying it on this area and gently placing it. I'm not throwing it, I'm just gently placing it over the horse's withers and shoulders. Again, and before I fold the rug back, I want to secure the front. So again, being careful, the horse can try and bite me here. I just want to just stay close to his chest line and my shoulder underneath. Again, it's harder for him to then bite me. So again, grab the buckles. I like to secure it to its tightest point. That way, when I fold the rug back as Stanley tries to nip me, I can adjust it. So again, at this point, I can now fold the rug backwards. Making sure the stitching runs parallel to this line and in the middle. I'm going to fold the neck back at this stage. I'm then going to just check the belly straps aren't crossed or twisted. Okay, so belly straps, again, once you saw the summer sheets, again, doing cross action here. So the front part meets the back buckle, so clasping on, and then the back again meets the front, and then clasp. So I'm going to double check that rug sort of sits still in the middle, because if it's slightly twisted, it will create tension. So using my fist to check the belly straps, can my hand fit in between the belly straps and his tummy? As you can see, it can, so I haven't got, it's not too loose, It's not too tight. It's nice to keep the horse's rug secure. Okay, leg straps. So to show you this, it's probably best that you come from this angle. Now, when I apply these, you've got to be careful because some horses can try and kick you. So just stay level with the hip joint, unclip the clasp. You're going to bring the first leg strap around the leg, and you're going to pass it to your other hand and bring it back through and clip it on to the clasp. Now, to know where it should sit below the hock and not too tied high up to the hindquarters. It should be level with the thigh and gaskin of the leg, so that it's basically providing some security to stop the rug from sliding over the horse's bump. So to do the other leg, you can stay in that position. I'm going to go around the front and do the same. However, with one subtle difference, that I'm going to pop this through the other leg strap so it crosses. So again, just move the tail out of the way for you. I'm going to put that through the other strap and then come back around, and then I'm going to clasp it back to the buckle here. Now what I want to do here is just check how it's sitting on the leg. So this one's a little bit looser than the other one, that one's a little bit tighter. So what I can do with this is just adjust it by making it a little bit more tighter so that it doesn't hang too loose. So all I'm going to do is pull that through. There's a little adjusting buckle, so I'm going to pull that up towards the strap, and that will shorten it. Again, with the tail out of the way, hard to do that, and pull that through, back around towards the leg, clasp it back up. There we go, so it sits nice in between the legs. It's not too low, it's not too tight, it's going to cause rubbing. It's not going to legs get caught. Nice and safe, stopping the rug from twisting and rolling over the horse's back, keeping a bit more security and safety of the horse. So we're going to move to the front now. And the last bit, again, if it's a cold day and going before bedtime, we've moved the neck part of the rug forward. Particularly, we tend to clip horses in the winter, so the coat's a bit thinner to keep them nice and warm. Some straps hidden under there and some clasps. All I'm going to do is pop them through. Again, Stanley's just saying hello to me. And then just put them through the buckle, through the clasp, and back around onto the Velcro. Do the same at the bottom. And then fold it underneath to keep the buckles from getting dirty in the Velcro. Still attached. Again, so now I'm looking at the rug's fitting. How do I know it's fitting well? So I'm looking at the stitch lines. Can I get my hand in the front here and without it causing too much grief? It's a little tight there, so I can just about get my hand through. So what I'm going to do is just loosen it off, maybe a couple buckles down. Yeah, my hand fits in there a bit more smoothly, and that's going to hopefully prevent any rubbing going on through the shoulder, which is quite common with horses. You can now see the stitch lines aren't so tight over the horse, it's a bit more smoother, and hopefully then that's going to create less rubbing. So again, I'm moving towards the back of the horse, looking at the rug. Is it hanging over too far? It isn't. Making sure the tail string's over, but as you can see, it's just coming over the hindquarters, and then the tail flap covering the tail is a good indicator that fits well. Again, different brands fit different horses. So that's basically how we apply a rug with leg straps. We're now going to look in part 3 how to remove a rug correctly.